Hey guys, Hannah here from Reality Winners. I'm alive again. Yes, it's so freaking awesome. I'm really excited about it. And I got the message this morning of like how this actually works. So it's like, come and do psychic readings like almost every day. And then like this morning, because I was getting the message around how, like last night when we went live, it was like, all these other topics started coming through, right? It was like, talked about cutting cords and don't do that and, all these different topics. And so I got the message this morning around being able to, like, I'm going to do psychic readings, right? But now I understand why I'm being called to do more live streams and psychic readings and stuff, right? So they said to me, like most times when I'm going to do psychic readings, doing psychic readings, but you'll notice that obviously I do them a little bit differently or what have you. Like everybody can benefit from the messages that I share through doing psychic readings on live stream for people, right? So always pay attention, always, know that there's messages that you'll pick up even if I'm not directly reading for you. And then with like spiritual healing and life purpose activation, like if you're really paying attention, you can pick up things that I'm saying about how to activate your life purpose or how to find your life purpose, and also being able, these are like psychic development classes if you really pay attention, yeah? So when I'm reading for somebody, tune in, like see if you can receive the same messages or along the same lines of when I'm tuning into somebody, right? So, there's so many different little aspects that came through this morning about why I'm doing psychic readings online like this, which is what I always used to do and I love it. So, okay, let me share this as always. And there's a couple of things I want to share too. Who has been having, I'll say hi, there's people joining live, who has been having really strong dreams? So like in the past 24 hours, I've had so many clients like tell me these dreams, but they've been a little bit, I don't know if weird's the right answer, a little bit intense, a little bit dark. I don't know if that's the right words, right? Not in a bad way. But yeah, it was like, a few clients saying that to me about their dreams last night. And I'm just like, well, actually there's a full moon in 24 hours, which is a lunar eclipse, which is the start of the eclipse season, right? And we're all feeling the energy, I could imagine. Now, also with that, there's we're stepped into the 3-day window of the dream, yeah, like of the moon, right? And so right now it's like really potent, strong energy. Our full moon ceremony live online tomorrow night is going to be quite next level, I'm sure. Every full moon ceremony, I'm like, oh my God, that was like the most incredible one ever. But it is a lunar eclipse. Yeah, so real. Okay, all right, let me share this so I can be present with the comments, right? Okay, let's have a look here. And this is the final hours to get in for Manifesting Magic too, guys. There's only a few more hours to get in. I see some of you joined in today as well, which is awesome because you will never see Manifesting Magic at this price again, which is how you can build your online business. It's all the tech that I have learned as a healer and exactly what I do today and how I do it. I teach you like over the shoulder trainings that you can watch me, press all the buttons and you can be setting up your online business at the same time, right? So it is over 5 weeks, but you don't have to, join over the 5 weeks, so you got lifetime access. So you can, go at your own pace as well. All right, so let me share this and check these comments about the dreams because I'm really, really curious if you guys have been having the dreams, yeah? I know I had a dream, not last night though, I had one a couple of nights ago. It was pretty intense, a little bit weird. All right. Okay, I don't think that's gonna let me. I don't know, it's so weird. It lets me share it sometimes from there and not others. Interested? Yeah, let me drop the Manifesting Magic link in there for you now too. Yeah, so it's crazy ridiculous price. Like it shouldn't even be that price. It shouldn't, and it's definitely never gonna be that again. Not when I open it next time. All right, so share this, Hannah. we go, that was quick. All right. Okay, I'm going to bring up the comments here because for some reason they're not, oh yeah, let's just bring them up here. And I didn't get all my card decks, oopsies. Sorry about that, guys, sorry. Okay. Okay, dream. Oh, I was thinking a dream had actually happened. Okay, a lot of people are having really strong, clear dreams. And this is the thing. So you know how like some of us have been feeling like a lot of like dark entities, or like the veils are thin. Like, and this is what happens over the eclipses and stuff, that the veils are thin, yeah? Yeah, so I woke this morning thinking my dream had actually happened. It took me a few minutes to realize it was a dream, crazy real feeling. And a couple of people have been saying they've been having a dream about their dad dying, but they haven't, the dad's not dead, or maybe they've already passed over. And I feel like, again, that's like the patriarchal collapse, yeah? Representative of that in the feminine, yeah? Hey, Loretta. Yeah, so Christina, you're asking for a reading there. Okay. Yeah, Shuns, so real. Yes. Okay. Tara's been having dreams. Yes. Okay. Yes. Needed me. Yes, that's why I'm coming live again, more frequently. I'm back. I told you. I dropped the ball. Never again. All right. So long. I know. How freaking awesome. And it's so weird because, like, on the Sunshine Coast, like I said to my hairdresser ages ago, like, I want to grow my hair long, right? But she must forget or something. So every time I go in there, she cuts. Like, you know, I'll just say, oh yeah, just trim it. But for however long, it stayed the same length. And then because I've been on the road, it's so freaking long, right? And even when I got my hair dyed, like last time, not long ago, in Ballarat, which is due to getting it done tomorrow, because you can see it coming back. But like I said to her, I'm like, oh, I know hairdressers would say, it needs a cut, right? But it's so interesting, this thing that happened. So before I left the Sunshine Coast, one of my students had actually sent me, I don't know how we got onto the topic of it, but somehow she sent me a random article about, maybe we're talking about Avatar or something, I don't know, about the Native American Indians and why they never cut their hair. And apparently in the article, it says something like after 2 years of not cutting, I don't know what the words or anything are, like after 2 years of not cutting, the natural like antenna grow back, not look like antenna, but the intuitive sense of the antenna grow back, and that's why the Native Americans never cut their hair, apparently. And it's so interesting because when we look at Avatar, it's like, wow, you know, and so I was so grateful that she sent me that article, because then on the road I'm like got a whole different perspective. And so I haven't cut my hair for, gosh, it must be since January or something, and it's grown so much, right? Even though, I don't know, it's maybe, it doesn't even really look like it's got split ends, which was always a thing for me, and it doesn't even have that. So I'm like, okay, because I've always wanted long hair, and I'm like, wow, seems like these road trips are really manifesting all my realities all at once, right? It's kind of interesting. You guys don't even know what's going on in the background around here. Oh my goodness. I'm like busting to tell somebody and I can't. You're gonna have to just wait and see, I'm sorry. But it is. Thank you for pointing that out, Christine, because I've been like looking at it so much. Who's talking about Gold Coast? Have you seen the moon? She's powerful and so bright. I'm on the Gold Coast. Okay. So Gold Coast? Okay, just been tuning into Gold Coast energy. So interesting. I haven't seen the moon because, oh, maybe, I guess it is rising about now, right? I'm pretty sure I planned the full moon ceremony. So full moon, what are we in now? June 2020, because I always play when I can, I always play the full moon ceremony on the time of the full moon. So right now it's 5:15 Australian Eastern Standard Time. In 24 hours the full moon rises, like the full moon's at its peak, in exactly 24 hours from now. That's pretty cool that we're doing like we're doing this live stream now, right? And then so the 6th of June at 5:12. Oh no, 5:12 a.m. Okay, so the next day, right? So I'm like ahead of myself. So it was like 18 hours or something. Is that how it works? So it's like pretty well full, yeah? It's really, really full, but it is the lunar eclipse as well, yeah? Okay, yep, beautiful moon over New York right now as well. Yes, that's awesome. Okay, so Christina says, yes, I did have a vivid dream about having a baby. I felt the baby kick in my womb and everything was really interesting. So it's so interesting. The dreams have been really real, right? It's so interesting. You want my vest? Oh, thank you. It's like a teddy bear. Hey, Sean. Okay. Thanks for pointing out my hair. I've been loving my hair. Thank you. Hi, Kelly. All right, let's get into these psychic readings. And I want to talk about my cleanse a little bit as well. Oh, and I do want to say something. I knew there was something else. So with all of my teachings, with all of my meditations, with all of everything, I don't do it for you. Like, I'm a spiritual healer, I'm an intuitive healer, I'm a life purpose activator, but I do not do the healing for you. Now you might be like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, have you tried my free meditations, like in my meditation pack? If you don't have that, please let me know, because I'm really passionate about teaching you the tools and how to shift your reality for life. Yeah? It's so easy for someone to go, here, I'm doing a healing, I've healed you. No offense to that way, but it's a thing, right? And so when I can actually teach you how to heal yourself, you're not reliant on going, it's a bit like going to the doctor and having to go back and having to go back and having to go back, because you're not really fixing the problem. Whereas I teach you how to actually figure out what's going on and fix the problem at its core, so then you shift your reality, and then if something else surfaces, you got the tools and you can do it yourself, right? So that's why, you know, like with building an online course and wanting to put your passion and put that into service, that's what I really, like, this is why I'm teaching you how to do it yourself, right? I won't do it for you, only if you pay me lots of money, of course, but you can be able to do it yourself, because then you'll be able to do it for life, right? All right, so Tara. Okay, so if you'd like a psychic reading, please say yes, please, and I will scan. But Tara, I saw your comment come in as I was reading, and then the card came out as I was shuffling, and I'm like, oh, this is actually for Tara. So, all right, this is for Tara. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I feel like you're holding back because of, well, this is going on, or this is, like, I just feel like every excuse under the sun is what your mind is finding. And I feel like you're not trusting, like, the situation right now, right? It says, trust your path. If you knew you were supported, what would you do? Like, if there were no limits to what you could do, what would you be doing, right? And you might be like, oh, the world stuff changed this and that. And I'm like, no. What was happening before? What was happening after? What was happening? Like, what was the plan? What was the original plan? Like, can you just not let your mind get in the way of what your heart and what path you already knew you were going to take? Like, so important. Trust your path. If you knew you were supported, what would you do? Right? See that doorway portal thing up there on the top of the card? There's a woman, and it's almost like she's walking, well, she's kind of walking to it, but maybe it's a roundabout way to it, right? Look, she's over here. Yeah? And the portal's over here. She's not walking in the direct line, like she could walk straight over there, but she's kind of going around or something, right? So what are you tiptoeing around? What is it that you know you need to do that you're not doing? What is it that you put off because of, oh, well, this has happened, or this has happened, or this has happened, or this has happened? Like, what is that, right? Stop tiptoeing around, because I feel like you already know. Yeah, I feel like you do know. Look, in the bottom card of the deck, Starseed. Wow, where's the light? Starseed, what lights you up? See the light, it's so bright. Look at what happens when you let yourself have what you want. When you stop tiptoeing around the thing that you really want. Because as soon as you actually, surrender's been really big for me the past 24 hours. As soon as you surrender to the thing that you really want, as soon as you surrender to the thing that you know you've always meant to have, as soon as you surrender to the thing that you've dreamt about for years, as soon as you actually surrender and commit to that instead of all these other things first, it's like the straight line opens up. Yeah? So, what are you tiptoeing around? Please stop. right? Get back into trust, not doubt. Not doubting what you knew was your truth. Yeah, it's really strong. Okay. As soon as there's only a couple people on live, I'm going to see if I can get you all done. Hang on a sec. All right. So Chrissy is Chrissy? Okay, you have to actually say to me, yes, please, I would like a reading or a card. Please say that. Okay. Oh yeah, is Chrissy still here? So Chrissy, is it Linehan? I don't know how to pronounce that. I had that question of myself last week. Okay, awesome. Already onto it. What would I do? Yes. Yes, can you drop back into that? Can you drop back into that? Okay, cool. Chrissy's still here. Yeah. Uh-oh, now I've said that and there's more people joining. That was a bad thing to say. All right, so Chrissy. Oh, close enough. Okay, sorry. Name pronunciation is not my strong point. Okay, so Chrissy. Nope. No, it's a big no. And I feel this is more about boundaries rather than no, don't do the thing. It's about no, don't let them do the thing. That's so, it's a tricky one. So not about no, don't you do the thing. It's more about no, they don't get to do the thing. And that's not in a controlling way. That's in a, actually, you're crossing my boundaries. Actually, that's not okay. Actually, that's where I draw the line. Actually, I'm going to go this way. The bottom card is Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? How are you being called to step up and lead? So much light on these live streams lately. It's so amazing. My light's back. I'm so happy. Can you tell? No. Enough. No more. That's where I draw the line. That's a really strong message I'm getting for you about that. And it's almost like you don't need to justify. You don't need to give explanations. You don't need to question yourself anymore. You don't need to ask them. You don't need to, no. Just draw the line. That's enough. It feels like it's been going on for like too long, and it's almost like you've like kind of worn down, or you're just like, oh, I'm just not sure anymore. Like, and it's like your heart's like, like this. It's like you're squelched down or something like that. Like, it's like, no, like, enough. Like, where are you being called to step up and lead? Like, where are you being called to take your power back and actually follow the path that you need, not what they need? Yeah? Not sure if that resonates with you. I say these things and I'm like, kind of like my situation I've just been in. No, enough. Draw the line. Done, enough. Not okay. Tolerated it, not anymore. It says no. Just making sure you can see that. See? No. Right? That's for you, Chrissy. Okay. You're so welcome. Hey Breezy, you're new. There's lots of new people in my live. It's so good. Okay. All right, so Christine, let's pull one for Christine. The mermaid's calling for Christine. Okay, yay, I'm doing lots of readings today. See, getting through them. The more regular I do them. Yeah, lots of people in overwhelm, lots of people not coping. I notice that's quite common for you though, Tess, so I'm curious where your self-care levels are at the moment as well. All right, this is for Christine. Oh, this is for Christine. Check her out. Look how goddess she is. So goddess. Song of the siren, the call, the summoning, voice to acknowledge. this is about letting your song come out. This is about letting your voice be heard. This is about you deeply embracing all that you are. I feel like there's a part of yourself that you're rejecting right now, Christine. I feel like it's something that it almost feels like it's disgusting to you. I know it sounds really weird, right? But this is the sense that I'm getting. And this is like, no, you need to embrace all of you. Look how like empowered and just so self-confident, content in herself she is. All parts of herself, nothing disgusting, nothing. I just feel like it's a part where like bleh, or something, like it's just like it just everything else is pretty good. It's just like nah, like don't want to. It's like it's rejection, or it looks like it's like get away from me, but it's you, but you can't get away from it, right? There's a part of you that you're rejecting, and it makes me wonder if that's part of your gift or whether it's something else. Yeah, this is time to embrace all of you, not just parts of you. Interesting. The bottom card is sacrifice. There are those worth making, i.e. there are those worth sacrificing, and there are those that will destroy you. So how does sacrifice relate to the part of yourself that you're rejecting, or is like, ugh, it's just a part of you that are like, yeah, don't know about that bit, right? So some deep self-love, deep self-acceptance, deep, I guess remembering the truth of who you are. Just gonna scan this siren card and just see what comes out. Okay, and this is interesting because it was almost like you're shutting down a part of yourself to be accepted or something. I don't know, like I got that before, and that's where I was like, oh, there's part of you that's like, so you're shutting it down or rejecting or something, right? And this one here, it's like the part that jumped out in the deck is part of the reversed one. So we didn't pull it reversed, but it says fear of singing or speaking up as attention frightens you. So if all the attention was on you, if all of every part of you was about to be received by somebody, what part of that frightens you and why? Like what happens then if somebody can fully embrace all of you? What happens if, you know, like, or the world fully embraces you or whatever? Like what would happen? What, you're gonna die? Well, it's no different to last time. So can we just rewrite that? Like, actually, no, not. It's like 2020. So no, not gonna die. Like it's okay to embrace all parts of you, but what sacrificing, making and hiding away, and how is that affecting the way that your voice is being heard in relationship, in your whole life, in all of that? It's true, I shut down when I'm seen. Yeah, right? And so I feel like this is a big piece around you being able to pull in those parts of yourself that you're rejecting. Or it's like, you know, so if you know, tune into that, it's like, it's true, I shut down when I'm seen, right? So you can catch yourself in that moment when you can feel that starting to come on, because it's usually quite a conscious thing. Well, we can make it conscious too, right? And so when we're, you know, can feel ourselves shutting down, it's kind of like, whoop, catching that part. It's like a little child running away. It's like, no, come here. Okay. But then it's also tuning in. Am I making a sacrifice to be in this situation? Am I, you know, sacrificing my values or what's important to me to be in this situation and I'm being shut down by that? Or is it that, you know, like in that space of being fully seen, I'm really like deeply like hiding an aspect of myself so that I'm not shining so bright to outshine them. Look at that card, it's so light on the freaking light of the reflection of whatever, right? So I'll just stay in the shadows to not outshine other people. I feel like there's something like along the lines of that. So be looking at like the fear of success and that sort of thing too, Christine. Yeah, I shut down when I'm seen. And so I guess that's also in a child. So like when you're like 7 or 8, even 9, I'm getting the message of like that period of time would be where I'd be working on healing. So if you started to have a voice and come out and be yourself. It's also when we're starting to hit puberty and hormones change from 7 to, you know, 7, 8 onwards, start to develop and that sort of thing. So it's like, you know, we don't want to be seen. We're like, you know, like there's that aspect too. So it might be something like that, which is kind of getting about the, what part of myself am I rejecting? Oh, where have I put the card? There. Yeah? Time to come out and be fully seen. The call, the summoning, the voice to acknowledge all parts of yourself. Yes. Yes. I see you all joining live. Hi, hi, hi. Okay, is Natalie Franklin still here? Hey, Anita, thank you. Hey, Sandy. All right. So Christine says, yes, I'm afraid to look. Is that gross? Like afraid to look gross? Okay. I'm afraid to look gross or be received as gross when I'm being seen. Oof, that's not yours. You're carrying that. And I feel that that stems from that. You know, if we're shamed, you know, when we start hitting puberty, like it could be a simple passing comment from a boy at school and it sits in our energy field and we carry it. I'm covered in goosebumps. There's something along that lines there with that for you. So I'd look at that for being cleared there, because I just don't think that that's like, it's something you're carrying. Yeah, I really feel that. Yes, success, light, more beautiful, and overtaking people who think are in charge of me. Yeah, let's drop that one, shall we? Let's drop those weights around the belt. Like, let's take the weight belt off, you know, like the diving weight belt. Let's take that damn thing off. And yeah, you know what I mean. You're so welcome. Okay, so Nita says, I'm just waiting to see if Natalie Franklin's still here, but I'm not sure if she is. So I'll just see who else, if somebody else is still here. Is Juanita still here? You guys have to be live to receive a reading. I think I might have said that before. I just don't want to read for people who are not live. Is Shuns still here? So Nita says, I had an anxiety attack while walking this morning. I can't understand the trigger. Do we need to protect our energies more? Anxiety can come in from so many different things. I've noticed that there is, okay, cool, Natalie is still here. So let's pull a card for Natalie first. Yeah, and so like the anxiety, so just like there's so many things that anxiety is caused from, okay? And I'm not blaming an outside source, but the eclipses and energies at the moment are really strong, and they're like, especially with solar flares and stuff, and it's like these like waves, like if you can imagine like a big beam of sunlight or a wave of sunlight or a big fireball coming towards the earth, like energetically from the sun, there's like a solar flare, like it's like, and it like pulls through our aura. And what happens when that happens is like, you know, huge intuitive downloads and upgrades and all sorts of things, right? Yes, no worries, Juanita, next time. So I guess one thing, you know, Nita, is, you know, with anxiety is just being mindful where we're at energetically, like it's eclipse season, full moon, got like these waves, big solar flares, right? So there's those, yeah. Now, obviously with anxiety, food affects how our body is. So if you eat wheat or dairy and your body is not good on wheat or dairy, for example, then, you know, that can give you anxiety and all sorts of other, you know, issues, whether it's, what's the word? Like, I don't know if it's indigestion or, you know, all that sort of stuff, right? Like it does affect our body, right? What we put in our body, it does affect the way we feel. Obviously coffee, like anything that increases your heart rate like that, okay? So foods and stuff, yes. Always check in with that. What did I just eat half an hour ago? What did I eat an hour ago? What did I eat 6 hours ago? Like, just be mindful of it. Even garlic gives anxiety. So, you know, so those things. And then, what's the other? The other thing about anxiety is what were you just thinking about? Now you can either be picking up somebody else's energy, okay, and usually when you say like, I need to protect my energy more, usually we get anxiety or something like that from someone we are connected to personally or intimately or close to, right? Whether it's a friend, family member, or partner, lover, whatever, we usually feel them a lot, because as healers, as empaths, whatever you want to call yourself, like, we pick up our partners, we carry their stuff unconsciously, like we just do, right? And there's a very fine line about what we do to not do that, but especially like anxiety in the heart, like if there's someone near you that is experiencing a lot of grief but is not dealing with it or has suppressed it, you will be feeling their grief and you will think it's you, and you'll be like it you, right? And anxiety is too much energy in the heart and you need to cry, but if you can't cry, sometimes it's not your energy. Yeah, so be mindful of that. I took my camera out and took pics along the way. It was the strangest thing how it cropped up. Yeah, so I'd be checking in. Who did I just talk to? Who have I had communications with in the past 24 hours? Is there someone in my life who's going through a lot of grief, or a client or something? We pick up our clients' energies as well. It's so important to be aware of that. So yeah, lots of things. I took my camera out and took pics along the way. So yeah, I'd be checking in food, I'd be checking in who you connected with, I'd be checking in, you know, like also in the land, like if you're walking, like different lands have different energies and different, like, you know, there's portals and everything all through the earth. So sometimes we can walk through like a portal, like, you know, or a ley line or something, like that's a thing, right? So there's, yeah, lots of different things. I shake when I sense others. Yeah, it's awesome to understand how you feel other people and how you respond to other people's energies or react to other people's energies, because we all receive intuition differently. So some people receive a lot of thoughts, that's your claircognizance. Some people receive the third eye, like visions or dreams, or seeing images or seeing angel numbers, like that's your clairvoyance. Some people like hear things, some people feel things, sometimes we get it all, right? But it's really important to fine tune and figure out what your intuitive sense is and really work with that, because that's how you receive messages. And when you can build a relationship with your intuition like you would a person or someone you know or something like that, you have this deep intimate relationship with yourself, but it's your intuition, and you're able to help decipher energy a lot more, right? We don't get so tangled up and messed up in all sorts of things. Hi, Ayana. Ayana, not Leanna, Ayana. I'm late, but timed in at the right time. Yes, severe anxiety and depression. Ah, there we go. Yeah. So like I said, like there's so many different reasons. So anxiety is too much energy in the heart. We're not crying, not listening to our heart, not listening to your heart. Depression is like closed crown chakra. I think I was talking about that the other night. And it's like suppression. So we're like pushing down, we're suppressing, pushing. Do you know what I mean? Like suppressing depression, like we're suppressing our life purpose, funnily enough, yeah? Makes so much sense. You're so welcome. Hey Shelley, it has been a long time. I know I kind of disappeared, but I'm back. I'm never dropping it again, I promise. Okay. So Deborah says, what I learned that I should be with people on balance, spiritual like Brahma Kumaris, balance my body reaction. Adaya. I don't know if she can hear. A ferret. Adaya. Oh, ferrets, man. I never wanted ferrets. They're so much like, they're so stressy. It's like how I used to be, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm there right now. It's amazing. Where's Ashley? Where are you? At that, I was just thinking that name's really familiar, that Brahma Kumaris. I don't think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm pretty sure I've got an album of hers. She's an artist, right? Because I was like, hang on a sec, I know that name. Balance my body reaction. Okay. Very interesting. Unable to cry, but it's somebody else's energy. Yeah, not all the time. Not all the time. If we've suppressed ourselves at a point in time, it's like frozen feelings, and it's really hard to unlock them because we just don't feel safe to cry. Like, not many people feel safe to cry on this planet. Like, they just don't, because like, we're taught that it's not okay. We're taught as a child to shut up and stop crying, or give something to cry about, or lock you in your room, do this, or here's a biscuit, here's a distraction, here, like, so keep busy so you don't feel, right? We're taught all these things, yeah? So the first thing is to be able to create safety, right, with yourself and with other people, to be able to cry, yeah? So not always, it's a bit of a fine line. Why can't I be honest and tell people I'm struggling? Energy connection, my intuition. Okay, awesome. Yes. Raja Yoga, yes, thank you. I knew I'd heard, I'm like, I know that woman. You can tell people you're struggling, but I just notice, and I'm just being honest and saying it's something that I always hear you say every time I speak to you, and I'm curious how your self-care is and what you're doing about that to help support yourself at this time. I can teach you the tools and I can teach you these things, but we need to also take action on them. Nobody's going to save us. Nobody's going to do the work for us. It applies to anything in life. All right, so Natalie, getting there, talking about anxiety and all sorts of things. So this is for Natalie. It's a beautiful, there's so much gold. There's so much light on these live streams. The Law of Attraction card. Check it out. Beautiful gold. So this is interesting, yeah? We're talking about anxiety, we're talking about other people's energy, talking about how to decipher if it's somebody else's or somebody or ours, or like, is it our tears or somebody else's tears? I notice when I'm connected to somebody and they suppress their feelings, I'm feeling it all. As soon as I remove myself from situation, I'm like, it's normal again. I'm like, this wasn't my stuff. Right. Sometimes we need to remove ourselves to remember who we are, of what's ours and what's not, right? It's kind of interesting. And this one, Natalie, the Law of Attraction, each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends. So invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. So it's interesting, right, Tess, talking what we just said then. And the energies, and when we're in a situation where our intuition is telling us that it's finished, it's ended, but we won't, or there's something in our environment that we need to change, but we won't because of whatever reason we're scared to, right? This Law of Attraction will bring you more of what's not working. Now, for you personally, Natalie, I feel like you're in quite a light space. I feel like you are really quite conscious. I keep seeing you writing, and I don't know if that's like you're journaling. I know you really do the work. So you're journaling, or whether you're needing to write a book, but I feel like this, like you're journaling, you're writing. I'm assuming you're doing that. I'm seeing you doing that. Like this is the investment, like is an investment that pays immediate dividends. So I'm wondering, because I'm getting that message, have you dropped off your journaling and stuff? Or is that like confirmation for you? Because I feel like there's a lot of light around you. Look at the light on the angel, right? I just feel like there is a lot of light around you. The bottom card of the deck, Natalie, is daydream. And I feel like this is literally like daydreaming, like creating your reality. Yeah. So when we're talking about clairvoyance just before, and I said dreams, like your sleep dreams, it's also your awake dreams. So you're daydreaming. Yeah. When we just kind of like, just going to another world and we're like, like snap out of it sort of thing. Like pay attention to that, because that's your intuition speaking to you. Right. And those visions. So, the book, The Miss of Avalon, I really learned a lot about the daydreams and the day visions, about that from The Miss of Avalon. I was like, I really understood it now, how our intuition speaks to us during the day like that, right? So I just feel like you're receiving a lot of intuition, a lot of messages, and maybe it is that you also need to write them down as well. But I feel like getting back into journaling, if you've dropped that off in any way, shape or form, you can do that as well. So pick it up again, pick it up, because whatever we are focusing on is what we bring more in, right? And sometimes we think that, like, sometimes we go through phases where like things get bad and we're like, oh, like, well, how's that supposed to work? Or why is that working? Or like, that stuff doesn't work anymore, right? Because it's kind of like, well, how did I end up here? Or this is bad, or whatever's freaking going on, right? And so when we can really look at it as though, and just be mindful of, you know, like when we need to change something in our environment, the faster we do that, the faster we're on purpose. The faster we do that, the faster we're in flow, the faster we manifest. Like literally, like the things that have been happening in the past 24 hours, oh my goodness, like it is like full alignment, deja vu, confirming that, and then all these things happening, and I'm just like, that's why I posted earlier, I'm like, who agrees that when you're in 100% alignment, manifesting is like that, like rapid speed. Like I'm just like, oh my goodness, like, but it comes from 100% alignment with what you're being guided to do, yeah? Plus this stuff, journaling, amplifies, yeah? Stop focusing on what's in the past. Stop focusing on what's gone. Stop focusing on what's not working, and change your thoughts and really recalibrate into this, because this, oh my goodness, this is where the power is. Like, you know how bad things getting bad, it's like, yeah, because you're still focusing and still got your energy there, you're still there. When you move where you know you're not supposed to be anymore, look how much light is there, right? So much light, and surrounded by all that yummy stuff. So Natalie, writing down those dreams, but those thoughts are coming through divine synchronicity, yeah? All right. Okay, so there's a few people online. So if you guys can let me know, I'll kind of like restart the yeses of who would like a reading, so I can scroll from a fresh yes scenario. Yes, I would like a reading, please, or whatever. I'm just going to check the oven because my daughter's food is in there. Was like, yeah, I won't be long on live stream. I can do it. No worries. Yeah. Short live streams, Hannah. Oh my goodness. Tell her she's dreaming. Tell her she's dreaming. All right. Okay, Leonie. Oh yes, and I was going to do one for Shan. So Leonie. 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 Okay, guys, lots of throat chakra stuff. Funnily enough, probably because I'm about to start filming the ear chakras and finally earth this baby. And the throat chakra is immediately activated when we start working on a particular chakra. So the throat is activated, hence the speaking the truth. So Leonie, not sure when you joined us, but we have just been speaking about what is not in alignment, what is in alignment, what is in our environment that we're not wanting to change, but we know we need to change. Where is the alignment? We're not just speaking our truth here, we are living it. And this is about, energetic alignment. And I'm really getting the heart as well, right? I'm like want to swallow that truth. Like, it's like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore. Like, it's weird, right? It's interesting because base chakra is the bottom card of the deck, and base chakra is life purpose, base chakra is trust, base chakra is sexuality, alignment, finances, grounding into who you are. And it's almost like this, like the throat is, it's like speaking the truth, but are we in alignment, living our truth? Because otherwise we can be here and we're like, yeah, but down here, it almost like stops functioning. Like the energy can't get down. And so if there's any ailments down here, we're not functioning to our full capacity, right? So, and that's also like the blockage from just not living the truth. Like we can be speaking it and knowing it in our head, but are we embodying the full truth of it, right? So I'm curious what that means for you, Leonie, around that. It's almost like your wings are held back, and I think that's the feeling I was getting in the heart. It's like the wings around that angel, but it's like they're tied together, like around the back, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah, but, and it's like this feeling in the heart of like the truth. It's like, what is that feeling for you? What is that? What is that you know what it is? Just like that. Sorry guys, I shouldn't have typed in reality check on the live stream, and maybe it wouldn't. I feel like I'm being harsh. I feel like you guys know what I'm talking about, and it's confronting, isn't it? Okay, Shun. Please know I say it all with love, and yeah. Yes, my heart is so heavy at the moment. Yeah, it's like, oof. What is that? It's almost like you need to purge out all this stuff. Like, ugh. Do you know what I mean? It's interesting. Okay. Shun. Oh. Are you pregnant, Shun? I know what we've been talking about. And I know that you just joined Manifesting Magic, which, guys, there's only a few more hours to get in if you want to build your online empire and have the freedom to go wherever you want to go, no matter if we're on lockdown or not, because that's irrelevant when we have our own online business, because we've been living freedom for ages and nothing's changed for us. We're like, oh, what's happening? Are people understanding how we live now? Oh, welcome to my world. Oh, you want to join and build online now? Okay, we're not so crazy after all, right? Sorry, I'm having a dig. So, I know you just joined Manifesting Magic, which, like I said, guys, only another 6 hours to go. You don't think so? Yeah, okay, cool. No, I feel like this is symbolizing the gestation period you've just stepped into building your online business, right? So Leonie says, yes, definitely been purging. Yeah, I just feel like it needs to come out. It's almost like, feels like black charcoal from like in the fire. It's like, where's the fire gone out almost? Where's the burning sensation? And that's the throat chakra not living in truth. Like the fire's gone out. Like, you know, it's so heavy, but the fire's gone out. It's like charcoal. It's like it's pulling the charcoal out or something, but, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So where did your heart light go out, Leonie? Where along the timeline did your heart light go out? Go and pick that back up. It won't feel so heavy anymore. And your wings will be free. Okay, I'm moving on to Shun now. Some more messages for you, Leonie. So, Shun, I feel like this is the gestation period for your new life. Now, I also know what you're starting to work on now, right? Without giving all the details away, because I know we're working together. And I feel like what you're gestating right now, yeah, of what you started working on is this, yeah, for the next 6 to 10 months. And then the next stage will come through. But I feel like it's almost like you've been in pre-gestation and now you're here. It's like, right, let's do the work, right? That's what it feels like there. Yeah, deep confirmation for you. Oh, and look what it is. The bottom card of the deck is admit your true feelings to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Only you know what it is that you truly desire. Yeah. So this is deep confirmation of what you're starting to work on. Like, let's do the work now, like admitting the truth about what it is and what's been really uncomfortable and what you're now facing really uncomfortably, and also having the freedom and all that light that comes in. Look how much light comes in, guys. This is relevant for all of you guys who are getting that same message about not speaking your truth. Look what happens when we do speak our truth. It's like, not just speak, live it, embody, take those actions, right? We can be speaking it till the cows come home, but if we're not living it, it's stuck, and this is like blocked, it's black and blah, blah, blah. But as soon as we do, we're like step in the right direction. You're welcome, Leonie. It's like all this light can start pouring in and we're not depressed anymore. And look how much light's starting to come in with what you experienced in the past 24 hours, Shun. I know we're working together, so I'm not going to say that on live. All right. Who's next? Who is next? Hey, Leanne. Okay, is Deborah still here? Deborah, I'm not even going to try and pronounce your last name. It starts with an I. Is Deborah still here? Yeah, I gave you one yesterday, Ayana. I'm not going to. I'll just be honest about that. Not today. No, when there's others I haven't read yet. Not right today, anyway. All right. I was just going to say, and is Lauren still here? And she is, because she just commented again. Or she just commented. Okay, Deborah. All right, cool. Deborah's still here. For some reason, I'm feeling called to read Deborah. And I feel like I need more card decks. I'm like, where's all my card decks? Oh, they're at home. Oh, it's so interesting what's unfolding. Goodness me. Okay, these ones. So this is for Deborah. Lots of chakra talk tonight. Solar plexus chakra. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. So when we speak our truth and actually live it, something shifts in our body and therefore our life. Until we actually live what we say we're going to do, like this is, if you can imagine our throat down is our subconscious, right? And this is our conscious, for example. But if we're not living it, then the subconscious is still running it. Yeah? The subconscious is still running the show. So when we know and get intuition, what we need to do and all that, and we might voice it, and by the way, it's more powerful to just do it rather than voicing it and the energy comes out here and it's just here, right? But when we actually do it, it changes this subconscious. It's like, because this can stream down and actually shift this to do the thing. Does that make sense? So the reason I'm sharing that is because the solar plexus is obviously further down. Now, if you guys are new here, I teach from the chakras coming down, okay? So the chakras coming down, when we start embodying our truth, obviously we've just, how interesting is that? We've been talking about throat, Leonie had heart stuff, and now we're at solar plexus. Okay, we're on a journey, guys. So the solar plexus, right, this is where we take back our power. Now look at all that golden light and like sunbeam and fire and passion and everything, right? When we speak our truth, our heart lights up again, right? Oh, sorry, live our truth. Like the living it is the alignment of the coming down and feeding our heart. So immediately our heart is like, oh, I can breathe again. I can breathe again. Why? Because you're not just speaking it, you're living it, and the heart's like, oh. No more anxiety. No more anxiety. And then what happens here is lit up automatically. And this is what I was talking about at the start of the live stream. As soon as we release what is no longer in vibrational alignment in our life, in our environment, in our heart, in our soul, in all of that, we damn well know when it is. Sometimes we need to do things before we leave, things we need to really deeply embed and get. But then when we do leave, it's like, right, we know we're thinking it, right? We're thinking the thing, we need to leave, we need to do the thing. And then as soon as we know it, my processing up here, we're still a bit blocked here. As soon as we take that action, we're living it. Heart can breathe again. This gives us energy again, yeah? And then here, automatically, it's like the energy's flowing and it's lit up again. Everything's flowing again because we're not just thinking it, we're taking action on it. And this is why I always say to my Trust Intuition students, I'm like, if you get intuition, act on it straight away. The faster you act on your intuition, the faster everything's gonna flow, right? And if you don't, if you receive an intuitive message, you don't, well, you hear it, you feel it, whatever, you get the message, but you don't act on it, right? So you don't act on it means that it doesn't flow through you. It sits here, right? And what happens here is it gets blocked. There's all these intuitive messages wanting to stream through this way, right? And so they back up and they back up and they back up and they back up and they back up, right? Because you're not listening to intuition. And so it gets heavy and depressed and suppressed. You know what I mean? Right? So if you're depressed or anxious or something, it's like, where am I not listening to my intuition? Again, yes, we need to check everybody's energy and who am I carrying and what did I eat and blah, blah, blah. And we need to go through that checklist. But then we also need to ask ourselves, where did I stop listening to my intuition? Where along the timeline did my intuition say do this and I said, no, I'm doing this? Where along that freaking timeline, right? I've just freaking experienced this. Okay? Solar plexus is automatically lit up. We automatically feel confident. We automatically feel worthy. We automatically feel lighter. We automatically have our power back. We automatically feel empowered. Like, because we're listening to our intuition, which gives us the energy to breathe again. So, who am I reading for? Deborah. Okay. So I'm reading you, aren't I? This is helping me to heal codependency. Yes. Yes, right? This is the peace. Because we know. And until we take action on that, the next piece can't come through. And I always say this, to people that, they're like, what is my life purpose? And I'm like, well, how clear are you in your intuition and do you trust it? Because if you don't, and there's situations in your life and environments you need to clean up in your life, whether that be your finances, whether that be a relationship, whether that be your diet, whether that be your career, like until you do those things, there will be something that you know that you need to take action on that you haven't. Yeah? And until you do that, you're just going to keep feeling clogged up and clogged up and clogged up. But as soon as you start paying attention to that one thing that needs the attention and you know what that is, and you start acting on it, making that phone call, sussing that other thing out, finding out how to do it, like as soon as you do that, the energy starts flowing and you're like, oh. And then the next idea will come in and you're like, oh. And as soon as you can act on that, the next one will be like, oh. And then all of a sudden you're in flow all the freaking time. And it's amazing. And you're glowing and stuff. Like, can you see? Right? Check back through a couple of live streams and when I was still out bush, like, oh my God, where was Hannah? Like, I don't freaking know. Right? It's a thing. Yeah? So take back your power means listening to intuition. Now, Trust Intuition, my course, my Certified Healers course is based in the solar plexus. It's a solar plexus based course. Yeah? Which, by the way, the doors for that open on Saturday. Yeah? All right. So I'm going to do, you're so welcome, Deborah. Oh my God, I'm here having tea under the moon, open facet, and bam, you're live again. I love it. I love it. This time tomorrow we'll be deep in our full moon ceremony too. So if you want to join the full moon ceremony tomorrow night, then yeah, send me a message or the link's on my page. I'll post again about it too. But it's going to be pretty intense and amazing. So Ayana says, yes, it would be a bit greedy of me. Just thought I'd throw it in. I'm thankful for your reading. Yeah, you're so welcome. I would, but there's other people. I feel bad if I choose you again. Like, but I want to. Please know that. Okay. So Nicola Lee, hello as well. First time here. Thank you. Lots of people, lots of first timers. It's freaking awesome. Where's all these newbies coming from? Tell me where you are in the world. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so is Leanne still here? I'll just see if Leanne's still here. Yes, okay. You're great. Oh my God. I'm going to try again. I can pronounce things when nobody's looking. So you know, Christine, how you said like about the, too bad if I want to get up on stage. Maybe I better start practicing my words. Or maybe I just keep it real. Okay, this one here. Unfortunately, the United States. Yeah, I love hearing you tuning in from around the world. Yeah, unfortunately from the United States. Yeah, it sounds like you're really sad about what's going on in the States right now and about that. I'm wondering if you're feeling shame about it or whether you're just like in disbelief. I'm curious about that for you. So Leanne, the return of Aphrodite, temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, treating as sacred. I'm not sure when you joined live, Leanne, but I highly recommend you rewatch. I don't know if it's like maybe the first 20 minutes, that's an intuitive guess. The card that I read for Christine, I feel like it's a similar message for you, and it was actually in this deck too, actually. The card that I read for her and pulled for her was the Song of the Siren, and it feels very similar energy, yeah? Song of the Siren, the call, the summoning, the voice to acknowledge, like beautiful goddess, empowered self, right? And I feel like this, the return of Aphrodite, is very similar for you, yeah? I'd just rather be in a foreign country. Yeah, it sucks, right? So Leanne, I'm just going to scan this in the book and just see what jumps out at me. So hey Jojo. Okay. So when Aphrodite comes to you from the sea, you're being reminded of your deep, delicious nature, the power of sensual desire, and the holiness of laughter and delight. There will be female friends who encourage you to remain free and to find out for yourself what it is you want and who will praise you and assist you. It is a time of being reborn and into your sensual self and all that you are as a woman. Your yoni, your body, your breasts, your hips, and all now agree to them to be claimed and reclaimed with love. And this is where I was picking up similar to Christine's message. So I just feel like listening to that will help trigger healing messages for you too. But this is about reclaiming yourself. Now for you, Leanne, the bottom card of the deck is Honor the Masculine. Now, whether that's masculine wounding or something, I know you've done a lot of mother healing, and so I'm curious how much of this masculine healing you've done. And I know the other night on live stream, or was it last night, we're talking about the masculine healing, but now it's time to heal the matriarchal. But I feel like, if I'm remembering correctly, because I know you're in Trust Intuition, you've been doing a lot of mother matriarchal healing, but I wonder if it's time to flick the switch a little bit and work on healing the masculine to be able to reclaim your full self. Like, do you know what I mean? I just feel like, and it's interesting, it's almost like torture and stuff of your body, and I'm wondering, I'm picking up past life. So you could work with the well, I'm covered in goosebumps as I say that. You could work with the inner the inner father meditation, but more the Triune God. Well, I'm covered in goosebumps still. So this is a really strong message for you. So the Triune God, but you could work with the Triune God check-in. It's so interesting. I was saying this to a client this morning. So work with the Triune God check-in meditation, and then so if you need to refresh, do the Triune God meditation, do the Triune God check-in meditation, and then do like a past life, or even healing persecution and execution. It's so weird. It's almost like, you know, like use your body for a tool, like not prostitute, it was something else. Like, do you know what I mean? It's almost like you were not trapped, which ultimately I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Aphrodite, or am I getting it incorrect about the story of Aphrodite? Let me have a quick look. She does not wish to have and to hold. She wishes to experience love and be filled again and again. And that's what I feel like. She was like a bit trapped or something from memory. And so I just feel like maybe I'm getting her mixed up with somebody else. So yeah, but I just feel like it's like, and from that it's almost like you're persecuting yourself for not doing it the right way, or it's like, you know, and I just read then, it's kind of like reminds you that you don't need to be in a marriage or sexual, in a relationship to be able to experience sexual union with somebody. Like, it is not a bad thing. Like, and I feel like you kind of like mixing all these things up, but I feel like it's tied into past life and that healing, persecution and execution meditation, more so than the past life meditation. I feel like would really help you there. Yeah, so that just came up really strongly for you, Leanne. Yeah. Deborah says, for us, it's very aggressive news and make us concerned. Yeah, that's why just switch the damn thing off. Tune it on for 15 minutes or so just to get a vibe of what's still going on, and just then create your own reality. Remember that law of attraction card? Look, I just picked the damn thing up. Law of attraction card I was just talking about on the live stream before. It's so pertinent, guys, because the energies are really strong right now for manifesting and all of that. Like, it's really, 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 really important. Leanne says, okay, no worries, I can definitely do that. I've been thinking I need to do the healing from the witch hunts lately, so that makes sense. There we go. Yeah, try that. I feel that, yeah, getting the message about the healing, persecution and execution, that one for you, more so at the moment. So yeah, you're so welcome. All right, let's have a look. Did I do Lauren before? I thought that I did, but I'm like, don't know if I did I? Is Lauren still here? Oh yeah, did I end up reading you, Lauren? I don't know if I did. I know I called your name out and then I'm like, you're still here. Oh, that's right, because then I read Deborah. Okay, is Lauren still here? Yes, you are. Yes, I thought there was someone. I was like, there's someone else I called out and then I didn't. All right. All right, I'm getting there. I was like, there's somebody else. They were telling me that I'd already read somebody's name out and then I didn't get to it. So I found it. I found you. Obviously, the angels really wanted you to have that reading tonight. Okay. Talking about masculine healing, how's they all flow on from one another? The Father card out of this whole deck. The Father card. Interesting, right? I need to remember to turn this thing around too. So the Father healing, so stemming off some from what I just said, and check this one out. Where's the light? Where's the light? It's so bright. Look, wants to make sure you see the bright. The bright light, how she's looking into the universe. She's looking into the portal. So when she steps into the light, she goes through to the portal. Check it out, right? How cool is that? Oh, these effects are awesome. I do that on purpose, you know. No, I don't, but it just so happens to work in so brilliantly well. Okay. So this one here is the 10 of air, 216, because my Roman numerals are that brilliant. I have to look in the book to remember. So I'm going to read this one first, the 10 of air. So this here is individuation, sexualization, no, self-actualization. Interesting, okay, and what we're just talking about, and the sex confusion, it's interesting, and the Father healing, masculine healing, and then what happens once we work through that is individuation, self-actualization, liberation, altered perception, new paradigms, great mystery, paradox, and potential. A time of independence. Say goodbye to the public persona, no longer bound by another's opinion, walk your own path. Humans are paradoxical by nature. See and know your potential. The self is whole. Time to grow up and leave home. Time to pack your bags, grow up and... No, that's not the message. That's wrong. No. I feel like this is about you taking your power back, right? We've gone from solar plexus to the Aphrodite and the masculine healing to the Father and empowered self is what that is. Yeah. a time of independence. Humans are paradoxical by nature, no longer bound by another's opinion. Walk your own path, right? This is what's jumping out at me. In the process, your perception is altered forever. There's no turning back, and once you walk away and you've done the work, there's no going back, right? You are forever transformed. No more are you willing to embrace old paradigms that limit and restrict. The espoused belief says you should not or cannot. You move forward into the great mystery with confidence. Remember what I was talking about last night, guys? When we trust our intuition, when we walk away, most of us are in the path and we walk on the path that we can see the outcome. We're with this person, we're in a marriage, we're in a career, we're in this job, we know the money's coming in, like we see the path. Not many people walk the path less traveled because they can't freaking see it. You walk away from your job, you walk away from your relationship, you walk away from your career and you create your own path, you can't damn well see it. You kind of know and you get a feeling and you know you need to do something, you can't see. It's not structured and set out forever, like you can see that path. This one, it kind of ends here and then you take a step and then you see the next one, you take a step and then you see the next one. Not the other way around, right? Look what this is saying. It says, you move forward into the great mystery with confidence, knowing that even when life offers conflict and chaos, we remain at the center, we have peace. Now, this is something that not everybody understands, yeah? Just going to read that bit again. You move forward into the great mystery with confidence, knowing that even when life offers conflict and chaos, we remain at the center, we have peace. There are so many light workers on the planet like this right now. There is everything going on in the world. I don't need to read it because everybody knows, right? And yet there is so many of us in deep peace, walking in the great mystery of this. Now, when we look at fully embodying our goddess self, when we look at fully embodying, and by the way, fully embodying your goddess self is fully trusting intuition. But not just trusting it, acting on it. Every step of the way, even when you can't see the next step, right? Father healing and masculine healing enables us to be able to trust our intuition. Yes, we need to heal the feminine because we need to be able to receive our intuition and blah, blah, blah. But this is a big part in that, right? So for Lauren, when we look at the father, yeah, my question, and I'm getting the message is not really like for you, Lauren, it's not really about your father. Like, of course everybody needs to do father work and blah blah blah, and maybe we don't. Maybe it's all healed and all perfect and there's nothing wrong and there's no wounds to heal. Maybe that's the thing, right? Like, just humans are paradoxical. Right? I'm getting for you specifically, Lauren, that this is about a relationship. Now, I'm not sure if you're in relationship or not currently right now, but this is about a relationship. So maybe it's an ex, maybe it's your current relationship, even a brother. But there's something about this masculine in your life that needs attention, not you giving them attention, like you needing to do this. Now, we don't necessarily have to leave a situation to be able to do this. Sometimes we need to get clear and then to reassess, definitely. But this here, I feel like is a big part of this. And I just feel like you're not hiding. It's almost like you're not hiding yourself anymore. Or is it that you're scared to and you're about to come out, right, about the truth of who you are? It's almost like taking it to the next level. So yes, you're in a relationship. Okay. So it's almost like, you know, what is that next step for you? What is that next level? What is this fully embodied? Yeah. And are you scared to because of this? Now, it's not like they're stopping me or this or that, or like it's their fault and it's their fault that I'm not doing that. Like, this is not what that's about. Okay. This is deep, energetic, undercore stuff in the relationship between you two. If you were to step up and have that level of freedom of yourself and the way you feel about yourself in your life, how does that affect this? And if that's the case, I would then be looking at that space around, and it's so interesting because this came through for Christine, and then same masculine thing for for Leanne, and now this, right? So like I keep saying, and maybe this is just what we're healing in the collective or something, I'm not sure. So which would kind of make sense, when a think Hannah, so between 7 and obviously 14, like we kind of hit puberty, but it's around 7 we start getting hormones, or 7, 8, and then like 7, 8, 9, like we start to develop and stuff, and we can, you know, carry those judgments from males and even boys around us at that age, right? And it's also a time for girls when their father, if they're not a conscious father, don't know what's happened to the little girl. And we carry an air of rejection because we don't get cuddled anymore. And maybe we'd sleep in their bed occasionally and we can't anymore. Or like, do you know what I mean? Like, the rejection around that age is strong. We're like, what did we do? Oh, we just for ourselves, like just for being ourselves. Like, maybe I won't be myself. Maybe if I hide myself, then I can be loved again. What happened? This is where some people get stuck in that little girl space, and you know, like eating disorders and stuff like that can come about from that because they've lost the attention of the male. Yeah. So I'm reading this again. It's jumping out of me again. So I'm reading it again. So no more are you willing to embrace old paradigms that limit and restrict, that espouse a belief that says you should not or cannot. Yeah. So my father passed away when I was 2. Okay. Did you have a stepfather around? That's the age my father actually left. Okay, yeah. All right, so yeah, I'm curious if you had a stepfather around as well, Lauren. And so then that would also bring into that space there too, is around the father. Like, do you have, okay, so you had a stepfather. So, and I'm curious what the relationship was like. Obviously you don't have to share there. Like, did you feel loved and supported, or did you feel quite separate from the stepfather around that age as well? And so then I'm also wondering, like, in your current relationship as well, like, do you feel like you are being true to yourself? Do you feel like you can be your full self and still be fully loved and accepted? Yeah? There's something in that, yeah? Something in that there with that. I'm just going to see as well what, okay, I just want to read this bit too. So it is integrating conscious and unconscious, soul and shadow, masculine and the feminine, and creating a whole where the self resides at the center. No longer does duality separate and divide. All is in harmony and working in unison. You are you, whole and complete, and ever evolving, and that evolution is not a linear process. It is a I don't know how to, I never even heard of that word before. Circumambulatory process. It's like a circumference, it's like a circle. Oh my god, I've never heard of that word before. It's like, it's really long. A circle process of viewing the self and seeing it from multiple perspectives, and accepting and integrating all of the facets and aspects into the whole. Now, Cassie just mentioned on here that she was outside watching the moon rise, and all of the facets. We said something about the facets. How interesting. This is like true integration. I want to post this one after. We had a good relationship, but I always felt like something was missing with my relationship. I don't feel like I'm being true to myself. Okay. Now, when we look at that, I don't feel like I'm being true to myself. When the masculine aspect is missing, it's like there's a piece of us missing. So I would be working on, connecting with your real dad. So you had a good relationship, but I always felt like something was missing, because it's like that, I guess, the blood bond or something, like, you know what I mean. And so then I'm wondering, have you done much mediumship work with connecting with your dad? Not necessarily with psychics and mediums, but with yourself. and your dream state, and asking your intuition and your spirit guides to actually be able to connect with your father, because I feel like there's like a hole there, which of course is very normal when somebody passes away, is, you know, to have that hole there, but also like restoring that connection with your father energetically through meditation, through asking him to visit, through your dreams, through angelic guidance, that sort of stuff. I feel like that's also going to help heal that or something, like, and it'll help you to it'll help you to find who you are or something. Like there's something in that. So of course, like in my Trust Intuition course, for example, like there's the Inner Father meditation. So can do like the Inner Father meditation. On my website, there's the Shadow meditation, and it's available just on its own. You can do the Shadow meditation and ask to speak to your dad. Yeah, and really like, but do that on a regular basis. Like everything I'm saying, do it on a regular basis to build that relationship back, because I just feel like that's going to help you to find yourself or reconnect to parts of yourself that feels like there's an empty gap, like there's that missing, as you said. Because when you say I don't feel like I'm being true to myself, like I would be doing that inner work to be able to find that. Because even when it said here, like, it is integrating unconscious and conscious, soul and shadow, the masculine and the feminine, and creating the whole where the self resides at the center. So if there's a like an imbalance of masculine and feminine within, which is, you know, on a real deep energetic level, when our father leaves or a mother leaves when we're a young child, that creates that unbalance already. Like, do you know what I mean? Because it's physically gone from our life, and that's the first representation of the masculine and feminine in our life as we become conscious of ourselves through our journey of physicality. Yeah, so that's what I'd be working with there. Can I type that word in? Yeah. Is someone going to be able to pronounce it? No. Probably. I'm sure people would have heard of it. I just personally haven't. Might help if I type it in properly. So make sure I spell it correctly, right? So, oh my goodness, I can't spell. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can do it. There's no such thing as can't. Okay, I think I spelled it correctly. Circumambulatory. I've never heard it before. There we go. Learn something new every day. Pretty sure it means something around the circle, round in circles, round. It's a never-ending whole process like the infinity, I'm sure. Oh, look at the bottom card of the deck. Oh no, I already pulled it off. That was this one. The bottom card of the deck is the Queen of Water, deeply tapping into your emotions and deeply reclaiming that powerful you, right? I always feel like something is missing. Yeah, it's you. You's missing. You's missing. That sounds amazing. I tried to connect through meditation. I must try to do it regularly. Yeah, anything done regularly is where the power and the strength is there. You learned a new word. Me too. It's like roundabout. Yeah. Round and round. Awesome. All right, guys. I have changed the inner circle as well. So I posted today and I've actually changed the investment price. Now, like I said, Trust Intuition opens on Saturday, and that means obviously the inner circle has still been open as well, but I've changed the inner circle. Now, the inner circle is where you get 12 months WhatsApp support from me, which is like every day I'm in there with my clients, and you can ask me any question about any topic, any time of day. There's unlimited psychic readings in there. Like, you've got my one-on-one access and one-on-one support for 12 months. You also get the intuitive healer and life purpose activator phone calls during that 12 months. Plus you get access to Trust Intuition and everything that I create. So all my inner circle clients automatically get access to Manifesting Magic or any course or anything that I bring out over the next 12 months. So please check that out. If you'd checked it out and you're like, and then I've gone and changed it. And this is what I do, I change things. So if you have looked at that or you want to have a look at that, please check out the link. I'll put the link in the comments now too. Just depends what level of support you're wanting and how fast and rapidly you really want to shift your life, that's for sure. So the Life Purpose Accelerator, you can check it out because I changed it. And Trust Intuition's open, and literally there is less than 6 hours to go to get into Manifesting Magic, which is how you can step up and put your gift out into the world through the online world. And is this all the tech stuff and all the mindset and energetic work to help shift out the blocks and the fears and everything that comes up when you're even just trying to figure out the tech, let alone how to connect with people and how to get your message out to the world, because you are a powerful light worker, you are a healer, you are a sensitive soul, you have a gift, or you wouldn't be here on this live stream watching me at any given point in time. You wouldn't be following me if you didn't. Like, that's the reality of it, I tell you now, right? You are intuitive as well, I bet. So yeah, so I'm going to jump off this live stream now. I will be coming online a lot more frequently, as you can see, to do more psychic readings again. So there will be more opportunities as well. And if you think this live stream can help somebody, please tag them in the comments below, or you can share it with them in a private message. You can share it on their wall, you can share it on your wall. If you're watching on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. I shall see you guys soon. Love you guys heaps.